The year, ladies and gents. My name's Robbie. This is Luke. Welcome to Axon's live Q&A. So we've got a special little treat for you tonight. Hope you're all doing fantastically well. Luke, can you bloody believe it, mate? We're like inside 10 days or so, and we got the big man going to come and see us.
Mate, I feel like I've blinked and the year has just blown by. And I guess that's what you get, mate. Excuse me. I guess that's what you get when, you're so focused and so driven throughout the entire year to achieve what we're achieving. It just flashes by. Now, ladies and gents, you can probably hear, I do have a bit of a hoarse voice at the moment. I don't have COVID, I assure you. I went and saw the Foo Fighters last night in Brisbane. Woo. It was absolutely fantastic. We had a hoot of a time.
I'm so glad because I've seen a bunch of other sort of friends down in Sydney and Melbourne and whatever else going to the concert, knowing full well that yourself, James, and one other, who do you go with again? Justin, that we're going to go. So I'm really glad you had a bloody fantastic time, mate. So, good stuff. Let us know where you're dialing in from, friends. So this is a bit of a live Q&A, but this is not going to be a Q&A, although you can ask us a bunch of questions if you like. But the little treat that we've got, we're actually going to bring in the rest of the team. So it's going to be like a little bit of a rolling Brady bunch. So everyone's sort of on the back end there. The services we provide, the conversations that you've had, the dedication that we put forward to providing those services to you. Like, it's just so good. Look, I know, you and I have hosted a bunch of end of build coachings. We've had 15 or so clients sort of finish their build over the last few weeks. And without doubt, it's just so great to see smiley, happy faces on the end of the sort of call there. And, even though there have been parts of this year whereby the building industry have been a little bit bumpy, once the build is finished and someone else is paying the mortgage for you, or that person's moved into their own home, all those feelings of trepidation and uncertainty and all that sort of stuff sort of wash over them pretty quickly. But mate, it's a really great industry to be in when you're providing amazing services to awesome people from our background and culture, veterans serving the defence community, that are just so appreciative and love it so much.
Yeah, mate, it's great watching people go on that journey, because like you and I and Ryan up the front, we get to see people right at their first engagement with Axon. And, there's always a little bit of, is this going to work for me? What's this going to look like? What are those services going to get? And then we get to wrap it up, of course, with the client care team at the end and take the process. The levels of gratitude and, and appreciation and everything that we've gone through that process. It's just so heartwarming to see people at the back end of that. I'm really excited tonight to give the team an opportunity, because like most people see these two bullheads and Ryan up the front and doing our thing and dancing around. I'm really excited to give the team an opportunity to be able to, pass on their sentiment of how the year's gone and their engagements with the clients and what they've liked doing.
So good, mate. Angie's in the house. Almost said host is in the house, but that's in the wrong one. Simo's in the house. Kat's there. Fred's there. Tammy's there, of course. Benny Hinton's jumped in. And, mate, I saw a little email come through literally in the last 24 hours, mate, as Bettina Ryan joins me at the top of my little viewpoint there. Ben, congratulations on getting things restructured with Deb as well. I know that's been a bit of a labour of love over the last couple of months with her, really. So, the time, is really, important now for you and Beck to sort of make sure that all the hard work you've done over the last few years is actually sort of stabilised there. Luke, you said one sort of thing there earlier, though. And actually, for those watching the replay, that's no problems at all. You can go ahead and type your questions and put some comments in there as well. We'll get notified in the back channel and we'll come back to you, make sure we do answer your questions there. I'd love to know what your opinions are of the new and revamped marketing that we're doing. We've got a new studio set up. We've got a bunch of captions that go down the bottom. We've got some funny little gifts that go in. You're starting to, understand more about Luke's background, my background, Ryan's background. Never fucking slept a day on the ground in his life, by the way. God bless him. So Tammy's now sending this. It's telling me it is a little bit windy. I'm not sitting outside, by the way. I've got a fan above me, so thanks for that. I'd love to know what's your favorite video that you've seen, or what do you think about our revamped marketing? Certainly, Luke, is I will say, yourself and Ryan have got an amazing knack to stand in front of the camera and just talk. You look straight down that barrel. I had to work on the skill of being okay-ish, work in progress, ladies and gents, in front of the camera. But it's one of those things, mate. We've got to be able to put ourselves out there because we just know the messaging is so strong.
It's certainly a skill set that we've had to develop, and then like you said, over time you get better and more comfortable at it. But sometimes you feel like a right buffhead when you're standing in front of the camera and it's just you staring down the barrel of a lens, and sharing what it is that you're trying to articulate and get across to because a lot of those messages are so important to establishing those foundations of good habits and great understanding of the processes that clients and people are going to go through.
Amazing. So we'll bring him on in a second. Margie Runsell's in the house. Thank you so much to work from Deb and My Broker & Co. Second to none from Benny Hinton, of course. David Horrell's in the house as well. Congratulations on getting your finance approved the last 24 hours, mate, which is amazing. And you're absolutely right, Ben. Ryan probably got field allowance when he stayed in a 4-star hotel. So the magic behind the camera doesn't just happen, buddy. It started with an iPhone resting on the side of a bloody a coffee machine box. But Kieran and Daniel, if you wouldn't mind, bring yourselves to life in front of the Axon Facebook Live, please. Here we go. Daniel's got his as well. Kieran's in the office. Mate, put those guns away. I know you've had a bit of a workout. Daniel, you've been with us the longest time, and, you have done such a fantastic job in creating video content. You're the executive producer. You're running around. You're giving Luke and I a bit of feedback going, not good enough, boys. Do it again. Thank you so much for everything that you do, mate. What have you enjoyed, so far in your and all the stuff that you do with the podcast as well? What have you enjoyed so far over the year 2023? We can't. You're the AV guy and you're on mute. This is the
I'll start.
We can't hear. Oh no, he's gone. Kieran, what about live TV, ladies and gents? There is no bloody hiding. He would normally edit that bit out. There is no editing.
There's no editing.
I'll chuck him in. It looks like we're having some technical difficulties, but maybe he shows when he shows.
Go for it. So, Kieran, you've been with us since the start of the year. You've been pretty much with us the whole calendar year.
Yeah.
Clearly, you have worked in other sort of marketing roles across other firms around the globe. How's your first year at Axon? How's your first year understanding the defense lingo, the jargon, the acronyms, the brand personality that we put out there that you embrace so very, very well, noting you don't have a defense background?
Yeah, it's been unreal. And honestly, copywriting for military people is certainly unique because you have to be incredibly specific or they will get very mad.
Yes.
Just talking to Ryan, we posted a video yesterday and it was 87th Squadron, but Ryan said 87 Squadron. Like, do we need the th? Do we need the TH? Like, what's going on here? So I had to verify that with him. But yeah, no, it's been just an incredible experience and certainly a different style of marketing that I'm used to in that the customer experience is so long. I was telling Luke the other day, all the other marketing I've done has been kind of trying to get that immediate sale, whereas the people coming to us have typically been following us for a year or two. So that's certainly unique.
I've loved watching you, mate, develop your approach to targeting the military audience that we target, right? Because like you've said a number of times, you will sit down and you'll go, is this actually okay to speak like this? And we're like, yes, mate, it's exactly what our audience want to hear us. They want to hear from us.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Kieran, I loved it. I want to give you a special little shout out. The emails that you receive from me where it says Robbie Turner, it's not me create. I proofread them. This man here, Kieran, down my bottom left, is the one that creates it all. And he sends it out through the sort of the pseudonym email that we have there for me on the back channel. And then I do reply to every comment that comes through. No worries. You do get a bit of piece of me there. I want to be able to give you a little bit of a public shout out, Kieran. Your ability to create and modernize and actually make an email nice and easy to read has been fantastic over the time, mate. So I think that's by far been the greatest benefit that you've brought to that role, as well as doing all the Robbie's 50th birthday, some stuff going on with Luke's birthday. So all those little static posts and everything you see, that comes from you, Kieran. So thank you so much for doing that.
Yeah, of course. Oh, we got him back.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Mate, we got you, Daniel. Loud and clear.
Bring me back to my studio. I'm apparently
this home studio thing doesn't work for you.
No. I traditionally was like the least working from home person in the office, but that wasn't because of the situation at home. It's more because of all the kids that you saw just before.
Tell us, mate, quickly. We've got about 35 seconds for you now. We've got 16 other people we need to bring on. So,
yeah, by far,
what's been your favourite part of the year?
My highlight for me, year after year is always the podcast. I really love the direction that we've taken the podcast, and kind of the trust and the freedom that I've had as the producer. We've just had I think our guests have just gone from strength to strength, and having Luke come on, joining as a permanent host and stuff. I think it's just been something that I've really seen have a huge tick up, and easily my favorite part.
Mate, again, like I said before, thank you so much for your dedication and your professionalism to making sure that the flashy marketing that we have is just getting more and more flashy along the way. Luke, what have you loved about working with Dubs?
Mate, I love the direction they're able to give. Both these gents are able to give us on that creative side. Sometimes you and I are there about as creative as a leather boot, and so we need that. We need that kind of that approach, that guidance, that support from these guys, and they don't polish turds; they roll them in glitter.
Yeah, it's so good.
Dubs has the impossible task of making you look good.
Yeah. As you saw before, my experience with all those children has just given me a really great way to talk to you two lads and really get my point across, as I'm used to talking to 3-year-olds.
Mate, you absolutely are. It's amazing.
Right, get out of here.
Wait. I was going to say, before
thank you so much. You guys stage exit yourselves out of the way and bring on our next amazing person that's going to come and join us. I'll say hi to Dominica. She's in the house. Tristan Salby, hello, buddy. I'll say to Margie again, I like what I see, but then again, I've loved teaching you from day one. I think you're all natural. It's amazing. Kelly's in the house. Hi, guys. Excited for tonight. Righto, who's going to come and join us next? Bring him in, please. Kieran.
Both our boss, mate. He's going to come on next.
Yeah. Hello. This is the Queen of Axon. I'm the CEO, but this is my boss. I don't know how that works, but it fucking does.
I did just see that video actually yesterday that you put out that I had no idea was even getting created, so that was pretty funny.
Oh, the video about stop wearing a colonel. You might be that at work, but at home, let your fucking missus have a go, mate, because you're shit house at your own purse admin. Something like that.
Pretty hand up.
So Tammy, you're our general manager. You're doing all things marketing, all things HR, all things accounts, all things brand awareness, and everything else, like Mother Bear sort of stuff. Everyone loves and adores you, and like you literally, you treat. You and I don't have children. Axon is our child, and the people that are in it sort of make that, give us that little spark there. Tell me, babe. Sorry, we're at work. Tell me, colleague / GM, what have you loved so much about this year?
This year has been what a cracker of a year. But the biggest thing I'm most proud of is actually the team. How much not only growth and development and everything that each of the team have, and we do a lot of that in our retreats, and I always love those things as well, but to see so many of our teams this year move into their own homes.
Oh, so true.
Woo, us included, but like Luke, Fran, James, Caitlin, Dubs bought a place, you guys.
Oh
yeah, us.
Simo as well. It's been
honestly.
Simo, yep.
Yeah, Simo. The amount of achievements, personal achievements this year from everyone, I feel like has been a really amazing growth year and establishment year for everyone. So just super proud of everything that everyone has achieved this year. And also, I guess, just the brand recognition and the brand movement for the last few years. We've really worked hard on creating that branding and creating that that place where people think of Axon when they think of property investment, property development, anything property. If they need to know about their housing entitlements, if they need to know where to buy and what to buy, then people are using our name and recommending us. And that stuff always takes so long. It takes time to build it all up. And I feel like we're now at a point where we are really seeing that referral and recommendations, and the recognition of our logo, the recognition of our name. That's all starting to come through, and that just makes me super proud as well.
It's really prevalent, isn't it, Luke? I know that you and Ryan do the majority of the connection calls. I've sort of neck deep doing all the repeat clients and end of build coachings that are coming through. But I think it'd be less than 10% of people that have rocked up and like, oh, no one put me in touch with you. I've never heard of you before. I stumbled across you yesterday. Here we are. Like it's definitely people have got that brand stuff steering them in the face, Tam. Yeah.
And it just takes its time, dedication, really going down the path of what's our message, who are we helping, just really being clear on why we do what we do, who we love helping, and just being so clear that now our clients and their friends are all clear on that as well. So that's what I'm super proud of.
I think, Luke, from my point of view, and correct me if I'm, the relatability that we have with our clients, being veterans, giving back to the defence community. I mean, are you loving just being able to be yourself on something and think about all the help you provide people from a DVA point of view as well, mate?
Yeah, it's great being able to be genuine and who you are, and being able to pass that message off in a genuine and authentic way, and and allow people to allow themselves through the process. And like you just touched on, mate, sometimes it's property. A lot of the time we're talking about DVA, we're talking about family support, we're talking about a whole bunch of medical support mechanisms and stuff like that as well. So it's kind of like a bit of a one-stop shop, and we do property on the side.
All right, fantastic. Tammy.
So looking forward, I'm most looking forward to Christmas time. This will be obviously the first time in our house, but we'll be surrounded by lots of my family this year. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to some sleep-ins with no trades coming in nice and early. But yeah, most excited for a nice restorative break, and wishing everybody out there a safe and happy Christmas.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Tam, for joining us. Amazing. All right. In the little break, I'll say to Deb, Deb said, Tammy, hello, everyone. Sorry, I cannot jump on. Love to you all. So have a safe and Merry Christmas. Lots of love, Arnie, Deb. Amazing. All right. Let's bring Ryan on, please, team.
We've got the third leg to the tripod.
Oh, Jesus Christ. PFC, US Marine Corps, bloody Private Ryan. Look out.
So here's the thing. Someone once told me, with great power comes great responsibility.
Indeed.
Self look terrible every day, so Luke feels better. That's my responsibility.
Jags Runner, that's a haircut. That is a bloody haircut.
I wasn't at work today, ladies and gents, and this is the first time I've seen that. That is a rude lid, my friend.
I want to clarify something. I have slept on the ground, not in uniform, generally behind a nightclub or in a car park somewhere. But
I didn't know you were listening, mate. That's a little bit bloody tricky.
I'm into it. We're always listening.
Ryan, most people know your story. I loved meeting Amara and yourself back in 2019, helping buy your own home. Loved, you obviously went through the process as a client. And I remember it was on our retreat last year when I was like, hey, Amara, maybe we should have a bit of a chat with Ryan and see if he wants to come and join the team. Bang, January, you're here. Here we are, December already. Give us a bit of an insight into how your the last 11 and a half months has been, mate.
Yeah, it's been a tectonic shift in life, I think, is probably a good way to put it. There was big shift going from civilian to military and then back into civilian world, not really knowing that I'd end up as a property coach for sure. But the feeling that I've gotten over the last year of having that potential ripple effect in people's wealth creation journey, whether that's just through me being an idiot on social media or doing the proper coaching, or even, we went up to Townsville and had a chat to some people and maybe just having some small effect on their mindset in terms of what they can do for their own wealth creation. That's the part that, drives me to continue doing this, and I've absolutely loved it. Yeah.
You're spot on, mate. I'm sure some people are like, Artie's been doing this for 10 years now. And for those that have a chance to engage with me, and I spoke to the amazing Hugh and Kel earlier today. They literally just come up through. They've just signed their second success package, so we can keep the doors open again for another month or so. But when you do it for 10 years, it could get a little bit sort of tired. But to your point, Ryan, when you know that you're having every conversation is making such an impactful difference to people's lives, and they're so grateful for it, I'll probably do this for another fucking 10 years. Luke, you want to get me the fuck out of the way before then. Plus, I'll probably be doing this for quite a long way, mate. So what I want to make a point of, though, is that, Luke, I want to just publicly say that you really have taken Ryan under your wing as a CEO, me being a coach is not the only thing I do. I've got all the other stuff that I need to manage as well. But you're like, come here, you young fucking whippersnapper. I've loved the way that you have mentored and guided and really closely left seat, right seat Ryan throughout the last sort of 12 months, mate. And, and Ryan, I've been on a couple of your coaching calls lately, and you are really, really your own standalone, bona fide bloody property coach now, which is great.
I wouldn't say it's a wing. There's a fair bit of flabby skin that I've been sitting under.
Yeah. Well, Luke, give us a bit of an insight in the journey that you've seen Ryan go on, perhaps.
When you say I've mentored and supported and that sort of stuff, it's super simple. When, for me and my perspective, it's super easy when someone is as dedicated and passionate and caring and all of those things that Ryan brings to the team, mate. Like, it's just been an absolute fucking pleasure, mate, to watch you go from, sitting down and having your run sheet and learning things verbatim to now, mate, like flipping up the camera and rolling heavy, every single time and giving every one of our clients everything that they deserve when they jump on those calls. It's awesome. Yeah.
I was like, Ryan, get rid of the script. You don't need the script anymore. I didn't even give you a script. Because I've made my own script. I'm like, get rid of the script, mate. We're not using the script anymore. Bang. So, mate, you're an absolute superstar. I've I love the banter, absolutely, Andy. And I love it that there's some banter going on that I'm not involved in anymore because I can't be everywhere. And I love your willingness and your ability to do something very unnatural, and that is jump in front of the camera. You and I, Luke, we were not that fucking good when we first started. So you're really good in front of the camera, Ryan. Thanks for everything you do, mate. Give us a little parting, the rest of the group, a bit of a parting message as far as good wishes over the Christmas break.
Well, firstly, mate, it's hard to have banter with you when you're never there. So
that's only recently.
No, I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Have a safe holidays. I've truly enjoyed the people that I've met through Axon. I've truly enjoyed my year, getting to meet more of the defense community, and I'm really, really looking forward to doing it all again next year. Yeah,
that's good because we will be, and the year after, and the year after, and the year after. All right, buddy. Thanks so much for joining us, mate. Good on you. Righto, bring the next one in. We've had Kelly Duffin saying nothing wrong with a good script. Angie Paradise, love the banter. Speaking of Angie Paradise, here she is. And when's the next Brizzy catch-up happening? It'll be happening in the first quarter of next year, mate. Joey Seymour said disappointed I couldn't make the Townsville catch-up. Doesn't matter, mate. We'll be back there again next year. And then Margie Brunswick said, dearest Axon team, all members, wishing you all a very Merry Christmas and inspirational New Year. Margie, we love that, we can feel you in the background. We know you're a champion supporter of us. Thank you so much for everything that you do, in our community. I know that every time you see someone breathe anything to do with property, you're like, oi, go talk to the team over at Axon, and we really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Speaking about the heart and soul and the fabric of the organisation, it doesn't come, your name pops up as soon as I sort of say that, Angie. I love your little thing you got on your head there, mate. As Tammy's assistant general manager, my go-to person for all things, everything, and the leader of the client care team and the build support team. Thank you for everything that you've done for, all of our clients and all of our internal team members this year. Most importantly, mate, what have you enjoyed?
Oh man, firstly, thanks RT. There's honestly, I say it every day, there's nowhere else that I'd rather be.
Thank you. Amazing.
It's been a really fulfilling and meaningful year. We've spoken with a heap of inspiring clients. I feel like our entire team is just so incredibly caring. Something that we've been really working on this year is sort of the team culture and happiness. We've just got back from our retreat, which was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. There's been a few milestones too. So I've had a work and personal one this year. So reached my 2 years at Axon, which I'm stoked for. And then, 20 years with Lukey Boy. So, yeah.
Over your right shoulder, mate, you can see the amazing image there. It looks great.
So good.
Can I publicly thank you, Angie, for the air of happiness and generosity and kindness and care that you bring to the office every single day? It's like every morning, it's like, hello, friends. And you're happier.
Love it. No, look, if it wasn't for you, Luke, with all your treats that you bring all of us and everything, you make us just as happy. So good.
That's great, Ange. I want to also sort of publicly say that the way that you're able to lead and inspire and motivate and grip up to the build support team after some moving of the deck chairs late last year is not an easy thing to do. And that, it just comes natural to leadership I think people can be born leaders, even though it's a skill that you can work on over time, work in progress, ladies and gents, of course. But you do have a really natural leadership style. Just, I know you've got, 16, 17 years now in the real estate sector, a lot of it away from Axon, of course. But your composure and your perspective and your willingness to have the hard conversations, internal and external, to, suppliers and the clients having a hard time, you'll be like, I'll call them. I feel like you've done my dirty work for the whole year, mate, and I need someone to do that for me sometimes. And you don't take a backward step one little bit. So I want to really publicly thank you for that.
Thanks, RT. I love it. So rewarding.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, when you believe so much, then you're doing the right thing, and every conversation that you go and embrace, no matter how prickly the topic might be, if you know that you're there for the right reason and you're just showing so much care, why would you want to shy away from it? It's a very unique skill you've got, buddy. I love it.
Thank you.
What do you want to say to the rest of the Axon community, mate? As the well wishes and everything just keep coming in through the chat.
Yeah. Oh, just wishing everyone the happiest and safest holiday period. We actually had Deb. I wanted to personally thank Deb from My Broker & Co. She popped in the office today and she gave everyone a little Christmas gift, and wanted to give her a bit of a shout out. But just have an awesome break, everyone. It's really well deserved.
We saw we got that little photo. It's on the Axon Elite Facebook group team. So jump on there and have a look, have a bit of a look around. Angie, thanks so much for joining us, mate. Really appreciate you being here. See you tomorrow. And I can't wait for the Christmas break because it's going to be many drinks in many pools somewhere, yours or mine. And I can't wait to be part of it, mate. All right, see you later. You can get out of here now. Tammy said yes, she does it kind of the Newwood RT. Jen Gale has given us a big smile, a thumbs up. Kaz Weaver, Merry Christmas. Love it. Happy days. Righto, let's bring on the dangerously good-looking David Simpson. Here he is. Hi, brother.
Hi, how's it going, guys?
Mate, you, besides me and Tammy, you've been here the longest, mate. And I know this is like, you're probably, this will be your 5th Christmas farewell little Facebook Live, mate. The years seem to be flying by as per the amount of grey in your beard there. But, mate, how's things been for you 2023?
Yeah, look, mate, every now and then I just get the brush out, cover up the greys for the last few days, let them sneak through. It's 2023 has been fantastic. It's been an epic year, both work and personal life. Personal on the personal side, Kira and I bought our own home this year, so I'm one of the many to tick that box. I'm basically, and I tell people this all the time, I'm basically the perfect Axon avatar. I spent my entire time in the Defence Force buying investment properties, discharged about 7 years ago, consolidated a bit, bought a couple more after discharge as well, then consolidated. And then this year, went and used Doe House with NAB, got my Doe House loan, secured a property. Now I'm selling a investment property to fund a renovation. And this house is going to be our dream home, basically. We're going to make it exactly how we want it for the next 10 to 15 years or the foreseeable future, really.
Yeah, so good, mate. Fantastic. Public shout out to Kira. I know that's like Tamara and the other partners now of the coaches and the property specialists especially, that spend 2, 3, 4, 5 nights a week sometimes sitting there on the lounge by themselves between 7 and 9 o'clock. So I know that she's been an amazing supporter and stalwart of you along the way, mate. So I mean, how much easier, lads, does it make our life when we've got out, the supporting partners that are not like, hurry up on the call, fucking get over here and watch maths with me. I'm not even imitating anyone. I'm just making a point of it. It makes it so much easier. This is me. I'm like,
if anyone gets pick up,
I want to watch the replay with you. Don't watch it without me. All right.
Yeah, that's Robbie calling out to tell me to come and watch.
Something like that, mate. Yeah. What have you you're the property specialist manager, so we're talking all things from process risk all the way through to finance approval and land settlement. What's been a bit of a quick little trend that you've been able to pass on to to everyone else, mate, that you've really noticed this year?
Trend-wise, I think it's probably along the lines of all of our clients that are coming through for their 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th properties. I know for myself over the last 3 or 4 years, especially during COVID, when we had that very big run-up with capital growth for properties, a lot of people that we secured properties for at the start of and during COVID, they've had great success. They saw what they had with the available equity in their properties. They came back and now they're able to get their 2nd and 3rd properties
So good.
and just rinse and repeat and do exactly what was written on the box in our perfect Axon manner, which it's fantastic.
Yeah, good on you, mate. What do you want to say to the community? I know you've got a lot of followers out there. Everyone's followed your story with yourself and your Sabi and your contribution to Australia's Defence Force, mate, and the hundreds of clients that you have personally serviced throughout the years. What do you want to pass on to them?
Yeah, I just want to pass on my thanks to everyone for their trust in me to be able to do what we say we're going to do, which goes exactly in line with all those clients that have come back for their second and third properties. They saw how it worked the first time. Some clients come in with 100% trust. They already have that innate trust in us because we are defence, we are ex-defence through all the different services. We have had that experience. We've learnt how to do things, how not to do things, more importantly. And now the clients that have come in with slightly lower levels of trust, they experience the whole Axon vibe. They get the property, they have great success. They come back as super clients, super enthused, super trusting. And then they also go and tell everybody about us as well. And often when we see new clients coming in, we go, I know the coaches always go, how did you hear about us? And always have them saying, this person or this person introduced me to you, or I've been watching for a couple of years. It just builds that high level of trust. And I just want to thank everybody for having that in us. It makes my job so much easier when we do have those levels of trust. It is obviously always good to ask questions as well. You can't just be all trusting, but trust the process is what I've been seeing this year. I just love it. Feeling heaps of love from everyone.
Fantastic, Dave. What an amazing year for yourself and Kira personally and professionally. You had your 5-year anniversary with us as well, which is a great milestone. 5 to go, mate. Squeeze out another 5 for us. We're good.
Yeah, I've got my 10-year plan. I'm here for a while yet.
All right, good man. Right, you can jog on now. See you later. Thanks very much. Benny Hinton's talking about me going on SAS Australia. Not a fucking chance, mate. DVA would be all over me like a rash. And we'll look into the rest of it. Right, let's go. Next friend up. Next person, Luke. You may or may not know this person. Let's just see who pops up on the screen.
I think this is CO Homefront, mate.
This your CO Homefront. Stand fast. CO in the house. Franny, hello.
Hello. How you guys
now
going?
For a change, you're on the screen at the same time. Luke is 3 or 4 meters through a wall somewhere.
Yep. I can hear him from here.
Franny, you've been promoted to the build support team leader this year. Thank you so much. Again, leaders are born, and your ability to just understand the circumstances and communicate in a genuine and sincere and authentic way without taking any shit from anyone is just a fabulous skill that you have, mate. So, yeah, it's there's no doubt about it. Being in the build support where there's 100 builds going at any one time. Some people sign a success package while other people, find tenants who drop off the end. It's a fucking huge thing to undertake, mate. What have you enjoyed most about it?
All of it. Firstly, just being given the opportunity, of course. Love it. I'm having so much fun. All the challenges. I can lead Luke, so I can lead 100, 1 million, Brazilian houses and team members. I've got it.
True.
But look, in the build sports space, what I love the most about this year is just seeing builders getting back on their feet, seeing progress, improvement, seeing quality, rising, and I'm so excited for the next year because there's more of that to come.
Yeah, I remember when you sort of first started, and then there was a lot of delays in place. You'd be like, "So, what'd you do today? Or what'd you do this whole week?" "Oh, I got 1 frame claim and one slab claim." Now there's like fucking 20 claims that come through for you personally, as well as what Caitlin and the other teams are doing. So traction in that building industry has been absolutely phenomenal. Luke, let me switch gears for a second. When we were looking for another build support member a couple of years ago, you sort of tapped me on the shoulder and went, "Oi, don't forget about Franny." How have you seen her come in, establish, evolve, and now just thrive?
Mate, it's really inspiring to watch your partner go into a workspace and just fucking thrive. Like it's challenging. There's lots going on, and I'm watching her develop and evolve as a leader. Like you and I have had a pretty extensive leadership career over our years. It's an absolute. I know it's something that Franny's been striving to be in a position of leadership, for a long time, and she gave up quite a good opportunity for that to sort of, hang out with me and Timor for 5 years. So it's just so amazing to watch her come back, hit her straps, and just really, really take this role with both hands.
Yeah, so good, mate. I know that you and I comment a lot about we get the opportunity to see our wives live their best life with their work hats on, and it's such a unique experience. I really, really do advocate for people at some stage work with your other half. It's a very, very unique experience, and a lot of people will never get to do it. But it will certainly test the strength of your relationship. There's no doubt about it. Franny, every single client, without exception, bar none, 100%, all the time, whatever other fucking term you want me to use, it never misses. Love your support. Are so thankful and so grateful of the way you were able to communicate with them during the whole build process. What do you want to say to all those people, mate, as we go into the Christmas and New Year break?
Surround yourself with great people. They make you feel good. They make you happy. Have a safe holiday. And yeah, reach out to us in the new year.
See you in the new year. Love it. All right, we'll see you in the new year as well, buddy. Thanks so much, Fran, for joining us. See you later, buddy. That's colleague to you. We've got our work hats on, Luke, remember? I slipped up before and called the RSM and the adjutant babe, so I'll probably get a rap over something later on afterwards. Anyway, let's bring the next one on. So speaking about people that get to see each other live their best lives, we've got the wonderful Wilkinson. Hello, James and Kate.
Hi.
James, you look how Luke feels.
Thank you.
Because you were at the Foo Fighters last night as well, mate. Tell us quickly, that was your birthday present. I remember Tamara jumped online and got like the VIP tickets through our Amex Club. How was it last night, mate? Tell me. And I have not spoken to you.
Absolutely.
I'm really interested.
Mind-blowing. I could not have experienced a better place to be, especially with Luke and my mate Justin as well. It was just absolutely it was. I have no words. I still have no words. I was looking at a couple of the videos before, and it was just absolutely outstanding.
Good on you, mate. I'm glad you had a fantastic time, mate. It's good. Tell us, you would have just sort of heard us talking before about how Luke gets to see Franny just establish herself and thrive, and just love the challenges that come our way. What's it like seeing your amazing wife Caitlin do the same thing, mate?
Oh, it's great being bossed around at home and at work. I was sitting there before.
I know all about it.
Sorting it all out, and the next person's like, swap chairs. I don't want to sit here. I'm like, no, this is my chair. It's my office. You stay. And obviously, we know who won.
Swap chairs, motherfucker. You're not listening.
So, that's fine. But yeah, no, it's great. I love it. I love seeing her, living the best life and just absolutely thriving in what she does.
James, I've loved the way I want to publicly say thank you for the land availability has still been a challenge, but the way that you have proactively gone out and sought land and rang up developers and sometimes posed as a client and going, hey, what's going on? This is the core operator and you coming out and that whole human piece, mate. So, thank you so much for doing a lot of the undercurrent work that no one even really knows about getting access to land. You've done an amazing job doing that for sure, mate. What's been the part of the role that besides that you've probably loved even more?
Building those relationships, not just with the developers as well, but with the builders, and then on top of that, like Dave said, just the clients, and then having that confidence as well, and then being able to, actually show people that we do have access to blocks that aren't available even on the retail market for so long. And I can actually, we can show and prove that, we don't, there's blocks that aren't even been priced yet before we get a hold of them. So that's just been, a really, really good testament to be able to really refine future planning for all of our clients.
Yeah, amazing, mate. Switching gears for you, Caitlin. Have you had a good year, mate?
Oh, definitely. I've had one of the best years of my life, I think.
You turned 30 this year, moved into your new home, kicking ass at work. So good. The kids are growing up, all that sort of stuff.
Too fast. Don't bring it up. It makes me upset.
Have you got a bit of the highlight of the year, Caitlin? Tell me.
I think it's exactly what Fran said, is seeing the builders get back on their feet and seeing obviously the time frames become shorter and shorter. And so we were thinking obviously today about telling people time frames, and then we're like, oh, we've got to put some kind of a buffer on it. And so, and then thinking to when I first started, and how, you know, drawn out that process was with timeframes. I think it was like in a year and a bit. Yeah, the industry has changed quite a bit. So
yeah, fantastic. All right, good stuff. James, what do you want to say to all of your super fans out there?
Have a great time off. Spend it with your families. I know it's already been said about look after yourself and have a great Christmas. That goes without saying, but really to just spend time with your loved ones. Absolutely, that's what it's there for.
Love it. When I say super fans, what I'm actually meaning is Caitlin, because I know you between yourself and Fran, you've also been willing to jump in the studio and have a bit of a chat and have a bit of a banter and share a few little stories there. So yeah, thank you publicly if you're about to do that as well. What's the message that you want to be able to pass on to everyone as we approach this New Year and Christmas period?
Oh gosh, I'm not sure. I think that the biggest one here is just, as James said, spend time with your family, spend time with your loved ones, because that's the most important thing. But set some cracking goals for 2024 and don't stop until you've reached them, because I think 2023, James and I set some very, very high goals that we didn't think that we would reach, and we've smashed them all. So 2024 is going to be our year again.
Yeah, so good. So good. All right, James and Caitlin, thanks so much for joining us. Have a great night. See you soon.
Get out of here.
Tomorrow. Celine, Team Wilco, tomorrow. Love you guys. Francine, all the love. Thank you. Kat Gresham, I'm so lucky to work with such amazing people. Kat, we're going to hear it from you very, very soon. Great advice, Caitlin, from Kelly. All right, let's bring the next couple in, please. We got Damo and Shania.
Oh,
I was going to say, you guys won't be sitting right next to each other like those like the other ones were. But I know you do pretty much. You sit within a very close, well, stand actually. Damo's standing up all the time, and Shania, you've got your stand desk as well. So, Damo's sort of Simo's 2IC in the property specialist space, and Shania, the capability you bring and the tenacity you have to make sure that the contracts are correct and the building approvals and the working drawings are fucking perfect, including the exact number of pavers that go from the laundry door out to the line, for instance. As minute as one might think that is, I want to really publicly say, mate, I don't ever have to worry about what's in a contract or a building approval, because I know you're checking it for me. It's such a good thing that you do. Like, tell us how and why you love that so much.
So, like, obviously I go through everyone's contracts to begin with. So I know the variations that they're getting put in. I know what's already included. And I just know that I want them to get exactly what we said they were going to get. And if they don't get it, I want to know why. I want to know why. I want to know if there's a credit applicable, and I will tell you everything and I'll simplify it, because I know that looking at it, it is very confusing. Because I know when I first looked at one, I was like, what am I looking at?
Yeah.
Like, what is this?
So imagine how the clients are feeling then.
Yeah. And like, I'm getting responses back from clients going, this is amazing. Like, I never would have realized that the window was moved by 2 mils. I wouldn't have realized that I was missing a window. Like, the level of detail I go into is amazing, but I know that it's all beneficial for every single one of our clients.
Yeah, it's that 4-letter C word that we always talk about in the office, not the one you're thinking of, Luke. Care. Care is the one. We're not back at the Foo Fighters from last night, but yeah, like, good on, like, Shania, you literally, you live and breathe it as much as anyone that I can think of, about how much you care about everyone in a really, really dry and mundane phase, yet super important part of the overall process, mate. So what you do is not sexy, but in your mind, it's super important, and that's what I need you to be, mate, which is bloody amazing. Damo, you're not very sexy either, but fuck me, you are amazing. You are an amazing worker. You are the Axon's Rock of Gibraltar, mate. You've had another fantastic year. 4 years under your belt now, mate. We've been doing this for quite a while. Your first couple of years were literally you and I sitting side by side when we have like a little team arrangement. So you've got a couple of indoor cricket seasons under your belt, mate. How's 2023 been for you?
Yeah, it's been, I think every year that I've been with Axon, it's grown as far as how rewarding it feels for me.
Awesome.
And the way that, as Simo normally does with the meetings, he steals my thunder. But I was going to say, the amount of repeat clients that we see coming through, people going for their second, third, fourth, fifth, and we get to see their families grow. They get to follow them around the country on their postings.
Yeah, true.
So that's, we get to go on so many individual journeys with them, as well as, plug in and help them get a property when they need it.
Yeah, isn't it that evolution of one's family? Like, you know, we even see, you know, the families grow. Sometimes we see a pet pass away, or like, you know, just those normal life events that sort of come part of it. People getting married, people getting divorced, all that sort of stuff. But one thing we do get to see is the property portfolios growing, and their net position now compared to when they first met us is just so different. And I know, mate, you just have such a huge influence in that. You know, there were some very, really tough conversations that you've had over the last couple of years, and a little bit like Angie, I'm like, who should have this conversation for me? Damo, what are you doing? Like, go and get that done for me. So, again, mate, your willingness to just do whatever needs to be done in the name of the client's best outcome is bloody, you know, phenomenal. Shania, what do you want to say to all of your super fans in the Axon community that love you so much?
Well, although that I do contracts and building approvals, I also keep you on track with your savings. And I know that you are all about to have 2 to 3 weeks off. Yes. Come the 10th of January, I will be back emailing you, and I want figures. And I do not want, not this month. But no, I want you all to have an amazing holidays. I want you to reset, refresh, and come back ready to smash your goals. And hopefully we can get you into the property market sooner than what we thought.
Yeah, it's so good. It's another very important part of the journey that, you know, at the end of the day, people do things well that are going to be checked by someone else, and you're the checker, you're the accountability buddy for them. So it is a great, you know, I know, Luke, when you first started, I reckon as a coach, you had like the first 10 clients were all long-term savers, and you're like, fuck, when am I just going to get someone who's ready to go? I'm like, doesn't matter, mate. Put them in Shania's lane, and like they've all come through eventually, haven't they?
Yeah, mate. I actually enjoy people that come through the door that aren't ready to go. Like that for me is so much more rewarding, because you get to shape those habits. You get to shape their future. You get to put those goals in place. And of course, it's Shania that then holds their feet to the fire to make sure that they're working towards them. So we're appreciate it, mate.
Yeah, look at this, Dan Beeson. There's nothing like having $1 million worth of debt working for you. Shania's Wizarding School of Savings in a session. CJ Wynn, nothing like checks and balances to keep you honest. So, yeah, well done, Shania. You've had an amazing year, mate. Can't wait for there to be many more. Damo, what do you want to pass on to your 2 or 3 fans?
they're all on the screen. So
yeah, okay, I'm listening.
No, I hope everyone gets to have a bit of time off and spends it doing what they want to do, whether that's going away on a holiday, chilling out, doing nothing, keeping busy, going around and visiting lots of different people, whatever it looks like for you. I hope you get to do it.
Yeah, mate, that's the way to be. You know, it's you've attended your brother's wedding this year. That's been big. You know, your kids are growing up well.
Yes. You know, oldest one's nearly 18.
Yeah, bloody hell, oldest one's nearly 18. So it's, you know, what a cracking next few years you've got coming your way as well, mate.
Yeah,
and your ability to put your family first always is fully supported by us, mate. So, you know, from my family to yours, have a fantastic Christmas, mate. We look forward to catching up real soon. All right, Shania and Damo, thanks very much for joining us. See you later.
Out of here.
Righto, now we've got Kat and Karina, a couple of relative newbies, Luke, joining us.
They are the new kids in the block. Hey!
You can host this one, Luke.
Hello there.
You've done too much talking, Luke. You can go ahead and host this one.
Hello, you bloody legends. How you going?
Hello.
Good.
So it's been absolutely fantastic to watch the two of you. Like, you're both relatively new in the team and finding your straps. It's been really, really cool to watch the evolution. And of course, Karina, you come to the team with a whole bunch of skills in your tool belt that you've been able to sort of adapt and add and amend and sort of, you know, support the remainder of the team. I know it's come at a really, really important time, because we're talking about those, you know, those claims and the speed up of the processes. It's so important that the girls get that support. So tell us what you've experienced, mate, and then I'll come across to you, Kat. Your experience over the last sort of your time at Axon.
Oh, I mean, this is my first Facebook Live and my last for the year, all wrapped into one.
Without knowing more.
Like, it's hard to sum it up, but like, this has been an amazing experience so far. If I had to pick a word to describe my experience across the board, it's been connection. Like, I've loved connecting with the team. Everyone has been so incredibly welcoming and supportive, you know, in the office, in our Axon community, and also connection with clients. Obviously, I am new to the team, not new to the industry, but new to the team. Yeah. So getting the opportunity to connect with clients, particularly this week, has been, really phenomenal.
I loved watching you two at the retreat in particular.
Yeah.
Tell us about that, mate. Give us a bit of an insight into how that was.
I mean, listen, it's not often you get to onboard with an amazing company, and then also onboarding time to go on this incredible staff retreat. It was just the perfect opportunity for me to get to know the team a little bit more, especially those who I'd never met before, never spent a lot of time with. Some of the activities were incredible, and a lot of the team building stuff I just thoroughly enjoyed. What a cool experience.
Yeah.
Could I just say, Luke, a lot of people might not know, yeah, Karina and I worked together at the firm that I first joined when I got out of the military. She sort of came on and she came under my wing and saw all my little bloody flabby bits that was spoken about before. So I trained her up in doing a bunch of stuff, and then she went off and worked with another good mate of mine for a few years and built, many houses with him. We've always kept in touch as friends, haven't we, KB, on the back channel? I think it was about 18 months ago when you're like, hey, don't forget, if you've got something going on, let me know. We're like, sorry, mate, not hiring at this stage. And then, volume kicked in and we're like, shit, we need to bring you on board. So, mate, so happy to have you back. You and I were on a call last night and I literally sat there and went, this feels so familiar, listening to your amazing voice, deliver information to clients, and they're just like putty in your hands, mate. So good.
Yeah. It comes back to that connection again.
It does. It does.
Speaking of connection, mate, you've come such a long way this year, buddy. It's been your quirkiness around the office makes me giggle every single day, mate. We absolutely love having you in the team.
Definitely am an oddball.
Give us a bit of a summary of your year, mate, and how it's gone.
My summary, I mean, I came in before the financial year, so getting to be there for the planning day, getting to start the quarterly stats and to see everyone, not just my own team, but every team put their heart and soul into growth, and then to be there for the first bit of the quarter and to see how much a goal become reality, really. It's amazing. Yeah.
Pretty cool. It's one of the reasons that we do that. It's one of the reasons that we do that quarterly planning and we do that end of the week wrap up every week. So we allow those goals, we allow ourselves to be focused on those goals, but then not miss them, the importance of achieving them. So it's really cool that you got to see that first when you came into the business. What about you at the retreat?
Yeah.
What about you at the retreat, just quickly? How did you find it?
I was a bit nervous. The team's phenomenal. It was so harmonious, but even we did so many activities that challenged myself. I'm not great with heights, and to have everyone cheer you on as you're holding over the ledge, you just leap headfirst into things, and it's amazing to be with a team that helps you grow and wants the best for everyone.
Awesome, mate. Awesome.
One of the things, Luke, that I really noticed during the recruitment process for you, Kat, is that when I was telling you that we down tools at midday on a Friday, and I remember you telling me going how sad it is when you're stuck to your desk at 3:30, 4 o'clock, 4:30 on a Friday afternoon, and I'm like, fuck that. Life's way too short to be sitting behind a desk at any time after 1 o'clock on a Friday. Go and enjoy yourself. So I know that you've really enjoyed the more flexible work environment. It's just.
I don't know. I've got a window view. I love my spot, and as you've said, I love my spot every afternoon in the sun, and most people don't get a sunspot until 10 years in. So I'm very lucky.
Yeah, I said to you the other day, Luke, when there was a bit of a reconfig happening with the Build Sport girls, I'm like, fucking hell, Kat. People work 10 years in a bloody office just to get anywhere near a window. You've been here 10 minutes and you've already got a window seat. I was like, yeah, good, happy days.
Awesome, mate.
Yeah,
awesome.
so grateful.
What's your message for everyone for the holiday period, mate?
Just want everyone to enjoy themselves. Do what you love and passionate about. Be safe. Spend it with your loved ones and have a lovely New Year's.
Awesome, mate. Thank you. Well said. And Karina, what about you, mate? What's your message for you?
Everyone leads pretty busy lives, so find some time to rest, recharge, recover, and just spend some time doing something that lights you up.
Awesome, mate.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for everything you two ladies do. You've just brought horsepower to the team, and not just from a work perspective, but in terms of our office banter, the enjoyment that we have in the place, all that sort of stuff. So thank you so much for what you do.
Thanks, you guys.
Good on you, legends. See you later. See you later. Now, just quickly, Luke, Kieran reckons he wants to jump on and give some sort of bloody Christmas dad joke.
No, it's not so much a dad joke. I'll make this quick. Also, I love the power I have that I can just insert myself back in.
Mate, you've got the hand of God, mate.
Yeah. You mentioned Damo. Damo had 2 to 3 fans. I'm definitely one of those fans.
Good.
During the retreat, I just love Damo's sense of humor because he always makes jokes to himself. It's never really for anyone. It's just for him. And during the retreat, we were doing some personal and professional development. And Robbie's doing a speech in front of the company. And he says, we've all looked in the mirror, hated what we saw, and then went to the gym because of it. And then Damo just goes, I've done one of those things. I was just pissing myself and I couldn't get it together. Just took me 5 minutes, but I just think that perfectly summarizes that man in a beautiful way.
Thank you, mate.
Anyway, all right.
That was the shittest joke ever. Next. Oh, hey, who we got coming on now? Kelly.
Legends.
Hi, everyone.
Speaking about a relatively new face in the business as well. Hello, Kelly D.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm very, very excited and good.
Coming to us live and uninterrupted from Pimpamar/Ormo in the Northern Gold Coast Growth Corridor. Boom.
Yeah, with all my Christmas decorations ready to go.
I can see that. You're looking very pretty, mate. Amazing. Kel, you've only been with us for a few months as well. Fun little fact. I know you and Ange have been best friends for the better part of X amount of years. Ange's other half, Luke, his brother is your partner. So there's a little bit of a family clique going on there, the sidekick. And I remember when Ange sort of first mentioned to bring you on board to really bolster our client care department. So we're looking after those hundreds of clients that have built properties with us over the years. I was like, oh, what does she actually do? She's like, oh, she's one of the sort of, senior managers at one of the McDonald's franchises up there in, Logan or Stapleton, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And when we first met, and I was, you were telling me about your roles and having to do shift work and getting called away from family dinners at 10 o'clock on a Sunday night and stuff like that. I'm like, this chick's going to fucking love living here because it's nothing like that. Tell us about what your first 6 months have been like, Kel.
I have literally not laughed more in my life. Today I even pointed to my eyes and I was like, these little Axon smile lines.
Oh, good. I've got thousands of them.
I have just had so much fun working with such a generous and hardworking bunch of humans.
Yeah, good.
Or incredible clients. Yeah, it's been fantastic.
Kelly, you and I have done a couple of end-to-build coaching sessions. You did like an initial coaching session when we first come on, and I know you've been a huge follower of Axon as one of Ange's really good mates, and we've caught up socially over the years through a couple of builders' Christmas parties and stuff like that. But give everyone a bit of an idea, please, from what you thought Axon was to what it actually is.
Yeah, as you said, I've followed along for years. So I've listened to all the podcasts and I felt like I knew everyone inside and out. But I can tell you right now that inside is way better. I think it's something like the reflection is exactly the same as the shadow that you cast or something along those lines. There's some sort of fancy
some stupid saying you heard once upon a time.
Like a rabbit in a fence or something.
Yeah, but Axon is exactly as you expect it from the outside, but 100 times better.
Good, mate. What are you? I love seeing your face light up when you're sitting next to myself or one of the other coaches there, and you're interacting with the clients. And I know you've also now started to have a couple of client calls by yourself.
Yeah.
Do you feel as if you've got a bit of traction? You're actually contributing now as well.
100%. It's my favorite thing doing end-of-build hot washes and jumping on coaching calls as well. Actually getting to put a face to the client's name and sort of getting to know who they are. Having some sort of connection with the client is so much more powerful when you're emailing them on the back end.
Yeah, 100%. And I know that when you were working in sort of Macca's, you were there as the store manager. You had a headset on. You had bloody 3 different orders going on. You had someone complaining over there's no fucking nuggets and bloody wrong sweet and sour sauce and just all that other shit. And dealing with 14, 15, 16-year-olds as well, by the way. It's a slightly different environment here, no doubt. And you're not in charge of anyone. You're in charge of yourself. You're in charge of your clients, and you've got your own schedule. How has that changed your outlook on life even?
Every single part of my life has changed. I just cannot believe how well the organization is run and how much trust there is put into the people to do the things that they need to do for the clients. Yeah, it's it's really good. It's shone a light on different like leadership styles and the way that businesses can be run really well.
Good on you, mate. Yeah, no worries. That Luke, well done, mate. She's talking about you, by the way. With all that stuff. Phil, what do you want to like? You've only been here for a little while. You've had more fans than most other people, more fans than Damo probably. But yeah, what do you want to say to the Axon community, noting that ultimately you're in charge now. You've got the most amount of clients to look after. There's a bunch of people in each of the lanes going through the process, but when they all finish and they drop into your big bucket of stuff, they're all yours, mate. But yeah, what's your Christmas message for everyone?
Look, I don't even know what to do with myself. I haven't had a Christmas or a holiday period off in like 15 years. So
wow.
I'm actually really sad to see you guys, like not see you guys. So I hope we still hang out over the holidays because I'm keen as a bean for that. But I just want everyone to make sure that they spend some quality time with the people that they love and do the things that they enjoy.
All right, amazing. Thank you so much. Righto, we're literally, it's like, how about that? We had 16 people bounce in. Oh, she's just gone. She's just bounced out. I didn't even ask for that. And we're like 20 seconds over thing. Lukey, you can go now. I'll go last and we'll wrap it up. We'll finish in about 45 seconds.
Awesome,
that's
mate.
where you and I do our best work anyway, mate. Short, sharp, to the point.
Stretching included. So, mate, the team that you just saw before you, ladies and gents, is an absolute reflection of the leadership that we have in the business. And so I just want to take this opportunity publicly, mate, to thank you and Tammy for everything you do for us. The effort that is endless from you guys. You are the ship in the calmness in the storm, mate, when the team needs it. And I can't thank you guys enough.
Yeah, no worries, mate. My absolute bloody pleasure, stretching included, friend. I love that. Yeah, look, it's a really humble feeling. Like, we'll make a little public announcement. Just overnight, we've ticked over $250 million of wealth that we've created into the defence community. That's purchase price of properties, not current value. So all those that built properties with us over 2017, 18, 19, 20, whatever else. So $250 million of wealth that we, the brand, you, everybody that works, and you've seen the people that have come in through here have contributed. So it's a really, really humbling place to be. I'll be doing a lot of reflection over the Christmas period. This is something I am hugely passionate for. We've already put steps in place to make sure that the legacy of Axon goes on no matter what. So, we're not going anywhere. And I don't feel like we're just getting started anymore because we've just done so much. I think we're up to like over 460 properties now that we've, built for our clients. But I just love the opportunity of like even just, helping one client know one thing about one element and they're better off for it. Like that brilliant at the basics bit for me is what makes it all work, mate. You're an absolute superstar at that as well, Luke. Thanks so much for everyone that's joined us tonight. Thank you for everyone in the chat, which is amazing. Thank you so much for everyone that's, going to watch the replay. This is our Christmas farewell. This is our Christmas gift. We finish up at the end of Thursday next week before basically we go and have a bloody massive Christmas party with one of our suppliers. And then I'll look and feel like you the day after. Luke, love you, mate. Thanks so much, Kieran. Thanks so much, Daniel. Good night, everyone. Have a fantastic evening.